caterpillars, at least here in Northern California,
Oh,
seem to
yes.
really, and the what makes it so freaking personal is, of course, they pick some of the biggest buds that they can
Oh,
possibly
heck
find. You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Oh,
And
yeah.
so I just take these awesome pictures, and then a few days later, those pictures are going to look different because that big
Uh,
cola is no longer going to be there anymore. So how can I make sure that my outdoor crops get through to harvest? How can I defend myself against caterpillars?
Caterpillars, that's one of the hardest ones. Now, if you know that you have those kind of caterpillars, the easy kind of caterpillars are the ones that just hang out on the edges of the leaves. So you can spray those with Doctor Zymes and they just drop dead. But the other kind of caterpillars that lay their eggs in the little buds and they're crawling out of the buds and crawling out of the stems sometimes if it's a different kind of caterpillar,
Yeah,
those are terrible because you really can't spray those. You can't get to them with the spray. So really, your only protection is you have to be on constant vigilance. So there's no other way except netting and bug zappers. You really have to invest in that if caterpillars are an issue. And it's like, wow, you mean really I got to net every plant? Well, if you want to save it, you do. Because, geez, there's no other way to keep those little, because the caterpillars, they come from the butterflies and the moths that are just fly by here and there. They don't
yeah,
come as like a swarm that you could attack that flying insect and kill it with the spray or whatever. But you'd have to stand there all day, and watch for them to come. It's just
right.
they just come here and they come there. But one of them will sit and lay 20 eggs. And it's like, what? Oh my goodness, you got problems. When they start up emerging from the bud, they've already been in there eating and shitting and eating and shitting, and then your bud smells like
Bud rot.
shit,
Yeah,
and
it's
oh
terrible.
god, and then botrytis starts, and yeah, that you really, really have to invest in bug zappers and netting for that situation and get
So
real hyper vigilant.
are the moths and the butterflies that are laying these caterpillars, and I thought it was at least it's moths, I think in particular, that are laying these particular
Yeah,
caterpillars.
yeah.
Are they doing that? Because I've been told, I went to the grow store. I did the classic grower thing. Go to the grow store and ask the guy, what the fuck do I do? And what they suggested is, well, you just need to spray like towards the end of veg. Out in outdoor season here in North America, here in California in particular, I need to spray June, July, make sure I'm good in July, and then by August and whatnot, I can be fine because they were basically saying like, hey, the caterpillars are getting there from these bugs earlier in the summer. They're because I guess I was spraying things like Grandivo. I've sprayed
Mm,
other things that you can spray in flower, but that I felt like I obviously didn't work because I still got hit super hard with
no,
caterpillars. So it felt like I was like
yeah.
missing the window.
Well, yeah, and you got to think about what's happening there because you may be getting some microscopic things with the Grandivo and stuff, but the moths that are flying around, they aren't getting hit by it at all. They're not
Right,
being bothered by it. They're still just flying in, dropping some eggs, flying away. They know that the best place their eggs to survive is right there on your foot. Best looking flower. All
right.
the food they need is right there. So that's where they lay their eggs and they're gone. And if you didn't catch that moth when it came in, you probably aren't going to catch those eggs. And it's such a hard battle. There's really nothing you can spray for that kind of situation. The
Interesting.
only kind of preventative thing I can get, like I say, if it's the caterpillars that you can see that are on the
Right.
leaves that are chewing the leaves off, which is a different kind of caterpillar, and I can kill those easily with the Dr. Zymes. But with the things, if they're hidden inside the flower buds, good God help you.
Yeah, it's
Because,
the ones that
you
crawl
literally
up the
would have to
buds.
go dunk every single bud, and that's what,
Yeah.
if they are laying their eggs there because they know they have the best chance of survival there.
Yeah, because what they
That's
do is
their strategy.
they'll find a bud and then they'll go in towards the center, towards the stem, and then they just climb their way up like the
Oh
stalk and
yeah.
through the buds. And so they
Oh
basically kind
yeah.
of tunnel their way through the buds,
Oh man.
and they leave, like Mary Beth is saying, they leave these little poop nuggets, and that basically
Everywhere.
creates mold. And so by within, days or whatever, your giant cola is now just a big mud or mold factory, and
Oh,
it's,
it's
what I
so
mean?
sad.
Yeah.
It is so sad. Yeah. And like I say, constant vigilance is your only other thing. Is, you know, you got to go from plant to plant, but try to find this. And that is such an effort. So boy, I keep telling people, invest in netting, invest in bug
So
zappers.
yeah,
That
what's
it
the
helps a
netting?
lot.
Is it just bug nets or
Mosquito
what?
netting,
Mosquito nets.
Yeah. Yeah. It will keep them out. And it's about the only thing that will, or, you know, even, the kind of netting that you would use on your screen doors, you know, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. But if you can make some kind of a screened shelter that will keep them from being able to access your plant to lay their freaking eggs, you know, yeah,
Interesting.
it's so sad. It's so sad. Well, the bug zappers help a lot because they are attracted to that light at night. And you can get quite a few of them that way. I know I had a grower in Reno area, and he was been fighting those caterpillars, and that helped him a lot. But it's like, yeah, that's really about the only hope with those gnarly things.
Wow. Well,
I mean, you can save some of your crop, but boy, that's usually quite a lot of loss.
you've given me a cold dose of reality. I was hoping I could just
I
spray
hate
some
that.
stuff in July and be good.
I wish. I just don't trust that plan. I don't know how that's going to, you know, have any effect on the flying moths that are going to
Yeah,
come.
totally.
It doesn't take long for those eggs to hatch.
And like you're saying, they're flying around all the time. That's kind of what was challenging to me because, like, I see the moths and the caterpillars clear through September, right? And so
Right,
that's where
right.
it seemed like no matter when I was spraying, I was getting screwed because I
Yep.
was still finding caterpillars in October, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Oh, the worst ones are like the little white ones and the little brown ones and the little,
Exactly.
you know, in a nondescript looking ugly moths.
They're little
do the
tiny
nastiest
guys.
things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, the devil.
Well, I really appreciate it. This has been a great time talking to you, Marybeth Sanchez.
I'm
I
so
really
glad we
appreciate it.
made it this week, Sam.
Well, thank you so much for watching this video from Cannabuzz. I'm Q Grows, the co-founder at Cannabuzz. Behind me is my dog Josie, and we really appreciate your time today. If you had a great time with this video or you appreciated the knowledge that was shared, please give it a like. Please share this video or other videos from Cannabuzz with your friends, and definitely do check us out on the web at cannabuzz.app or search Cannabuzz in the App Store or the Google Play Store and join the Cannabuzz community. We are well over 100,000 community members, and you can even become a supporting member so that you can help make more content and help support this community directly through our Cannabuzz Premium and Associate Producer memberships. That helps support this community directly and helps us keep creating this content. So give us a like, a share, a sign up for Cannabuzz, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks all.